Hello everyone, welcome to today's tutorial on the poem The Tyger by William Blake, which in essence is a poem where the poet asks the tiger about its creator and his traits. Please pause this video if you wish to make your own annotations from the following slides. Each stanza poses specific questions with a vague subject in consideration. The poem primarily questions the existence of God and his metaphysical attributes, referring to the tiger's multiple corporeal characteristics as purely a work of art. The poet wonders how the creator would have felt after completing his creation. Is he also the creator of the lamb? The poem's title showcases the central figure, a tiger spelled as Tyger. Blake uses the term's archaic spelling to present the world just after God created it. Through this reference, the poet clarifies that God, with his diplomatic hands, symmetrically framed his creation long before the advent of humankind. This creature portrays the destructive side of God, the creator, as Percy Bysshe Shelley projects in his revolutionary poem Ode to the West Wind. Stanza 1. The initial verse refers to the tiger, questioning its beauty and its creator. As the poem continues on gradually, the speaker clearly makes it a point to discuss God as an entity as opposed to the tiger. William Blake champions metaphors as the first one is burning bright, which refers to the tiger's bright yellow fur as it roams freely in the forest at night. The central question, as the reader slowly realizes, pertains to the existence of God. Slowly, William Blake attacks the Christian God as he asks whether a divine entity is capable of creating such a mesmerizing creature with perfect definitions and extraordinary beauty. Whether he deems God wrong for creating such a creature is left open-ended to the reader. The fearful symmetry is a nuanced trait that has dual allusions, one for the tiger and the other referring to a divine deity. The sublime characteristic refers to an entity that is both big and powerful yet remains mysterious. As a result, the poet starts off with poetic allusions entirely open-ended for the reader to perceive as he pleases. He slowly arrives at the question as to what kind of God is if he created such a scary creature. Stanza 2. The poet's fascination with the tiger increases as he seems mesmerized by his fiery eyes. He feels that the fire in his eyes came from a distant heavenly body such as hell/heaven. The poet adds to the fiery image of the tiger by using the metaphor of burning in the first verse. The third line throws the reader off track. William Blake is slowly coming to the point of his argument, God. The poet presents the main point that the creature reflects its creator. The poet furthermore creates a more supernatural image using the words hand, wings, and fire relating to the divine being. These words have been reiterated from above. The term daring is introduced, which is repeated in the latter stanza. Stanza 3. The poet in this stanza discusses the physical characteristics of the Almighty Creator, contemplating his various physical features. The lines are lost in translation as the poet wonders in depth about God's physical attributes, which could also be an allegory to the tiger's characteristics. Stanza 4. This stanza questions the steps involved in the creation of the almighty jungle creature, the tiger. An allegorical reference to a blacksmith is included in these lines. The hypothesis is that some intelligent creator was developing his creation as a blacksmith hammers and forms metal with considerable toil. The stanza is steeped in rhythmic poetry, adding flair and color. As is made apparent, the poet grows more impatient and begins questioning faith overall. Stanza 5. These are the Christian verses of the poem. The first line indicates the demotion of God's archangel Satan as a sign of rebellion against God's will. It's also a veiled reference to the epic poem Paradise Lost by John Milton. He refers to the Almighty Creator looking with reverence at his finalized creation. The lamb can dually mean the Lamb of God or lamb from his poem The Lamb. The former is an open reference to Jesus Christ, the Lamb of God, sent by God on earth to atone for the sins of humanity. Stanza 6. The last stanza is the repetition of the first as a chorus. The word could has been replaced by dare by the poet. In this section, the poet attempts to question the creator's ability. The poet tries to challenge God's abilities in the final lines. William Blake engages with the theme that all living entities must reflect their creator in some manner in the tiger. The opening verses slowly lead to the poem's primary objective, contemplating God in the heavens above. In essence, the tiger is a beautifully enigmatic creature that is at the same time lethal. This also reflects the nature of God. Religion is another primary theme in this poem. This is seen through Blake's constant questioning regarding what kind of all-knowing creator could be both violent and so magnificent at the same time. As the poet contends, the tiger, as a powerfully destructive living entity, can be a creation of a purely artful god. The poet precludes the notion of the tiger's creation in any way accidental or haphazard. He feels that this tiger is allotted immense physical strength and the ability to wield its command over weaker animals. The final allusion to the lamb can connote his reference to the poem The Lamb, as he compares and contrasts the timid living animal to that of a tiger. God created the tiger as a dominant creature, while the lamb is simply a weakling compared to the tiger. On the whole, the tiger consists of unanswered questions. The poet leaves his readers pondering the will of the Creator, his limitless power, and feeling awe towards God's creation. In conclusion, the poet ends his poem with perspectives of innocence and experience, both subjects of great interest to him. Structure and form. The Tyger consists of 6 stanzas, with each stanza consisting of 4 lines. The poem flows with a rhythmic synchronization AABB, with a regular meter, trochaic tetrameter catalectic. The hammering is relevant to the blacksmith mentioned within the text. The poem is written in a neat, regular structure with even proportions. The poem slowly points out the final question. The first and last stanzas are similar to the word could and dare interchanged. The poem at times is all about questions to the divine, with at least 13 different questions asked in the poem's entirety. The poet seems worried as to how the creator shaped such a magnificent creature, but more so, who is the creator himself? Symbolism. This poem is full of symbols that are similar to the theme of his Songs of Experience. Firstly, the tiger is a symbol of God's destructive side. It projects how God has balanced his creation by making a fierce creature like a tiger. It implicitly refers to another fact that he is both the perisher and the protector. Readers can find the symbols of experience in the following words: night, fire, hammer, chain, furnace, anvil, etc. The symbolic use of the words is consonant with the overall theme of Blake's poem. It sets the tone and mood of the work. If you have found this video to be useful, please like and comment and perhaps share with your friends. Please also subscribe for similar content. See you in the next one.